welcome to another edition of the All Sports Matters podcast. I am your host, Mr. All Sports Matter himself, Amir Sharaz Ortiz, aka Poppy Ortiz 02 on Twitch. Yes, we're live on Twitch now, YouTube and Facebook. Welcome to another edition, the Bad Bunny Weekend edition of the All Sports Matters podcast. We also have some other sports going on this weekend, but either way, welcome. Let's talk some sports, right? Isn't that what we're here about? Or we're here to talk about some football. It's kind of weird to talk about football because they don't really play with their feet, right? So can't really say soccer is football. Soccer sounds like a term for domestic violence, right? Soccer. No, never mind. I'm still trying to work it out. I don't think football should be called football, but we've already done this for 60 years of the Super Bowl plus, obviously, plus some more. We are going to discuss who we are going for in the Super Bowl, and we're going to tell you why it's not the Patriots. Either way, I am your host. Welcome. Trying to get everybody online here, so I am babbling just a little bit. But I am going to bring in my brother, my big brother, the chef himself, first and foremost. He's roasting some Cowboys, and we're not talking football. What's going on, chef?
What it do was happening. Look, great to be here. It seemed like forever since we've been in here.
Yeah, two weeks, 2 long weeks. We didn't.
That's a long time.
Oh yeah, I think we broke down the championship games, and that was about it.
Yeah,
We took that week off that football did, so we just said why not take the week off as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of taking the week off, the 49ers, who are hosting, also took the week off. Don't look at me like that, Mr. Producer. JB is in the building. That was an easy one. I'm sorry. What's going on?
So we just took a week off. Y'all took a year off. Let me just throw that back to you real quick. The Giants of New Jersey, they took an entire year.
We knew how it was going to end. I always ask that question. Is it better to just know at the beginning so your hopes ain't high, or is it like we can do it? No, we cannot.
Yeah.
What would you rather have?
I'd still rather be there. Be there at the end.
I prefer to make fun of the teams myself. So
I mean,
here we are.
Your team prefers to make some fun of themselves. We all seen the Malik Neighbors commercial at IHOP.
Yeah, why not?
You got to poke the fun, man. You got to poke it.
You have to. You got to poke fun at yourself.
You can't just go through life being so serious.
This world is too
Serious.
too short to be all
serious,
angry all the damn time. But either way, Bad Bunny weekend, and amidst the Bad Bunny concert, we got 2 teams playing around the concert, determining who's going to win the Lombardi Trophy. I almost forgot what it was called. I had a pause right there.
Yeah, thing happening.
Let's start off by breaking down, before we make predictions, let's break down positions. Because Sam Darnold took the long way to get here. None of us would have ever expected Sam Darnold of USC. Sam Darnold drafted 2nd overall, 3rd overall. I don't remember exactly. I know it was top 5 by the New York Jets. Sam Darnold signed with the Panthers. Sam Darnold, who figured it out in Minnesota out of all places. And Sam Darnold is now in the Super Bowl.
He figured it out after he dealt with who? The quarterback whisperer.
Wait, what?
He figured out after he dealt with the quarterback whisperer in San Francisco. Let's just point. Don't skip over that part now.
He didn't figure it out in San Francisco though. He was in San Francisco.
He was.
It was irrelevant.
When he got to Minnesota, he's on record as saying, I attribute the turnaround to my time in San Francisco working with.
He didn't want to go back
in Kyle Shanahan. He did. You said it. I ain't said I'm.
No, I'm just saying because he didn't want to go back over there.
I
So
wouldn't
better.
want to go back either because he wasn't about to be a starter. He went over there and was a immediate starter. And Justin Jefferson was like, we still have Sam Darnold. It'd be a different story, and guarantee you that. So
yeah, Sam Darnold, Justin Jefferson. Sorry, Justin Jefferson is definitely upset after the season he had with J.J. McCarthy. But Chef, talk to me about: would you rather have the long-winded Sam Darnold, his career, or the upstart Drake May, who at his second year in the NFL, that team has kind of put it all together? Who would you rather have?
I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with either one of them. If I had to pick one, I don't know. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to say which one came out better. I mean, Drake May is on a tear to start off his NFL career, and he was set up for success the right way. Can't really blame Sam Darnold for being drafted by the Jets and falling into that abysmal situation there.
Pit of misery, dilly.
Pit of misery, right. And so, I think Kyle Shanahan did an incredible job and helped him get back on track and put the kid in the right mindset because
prepare him to come back to play in football.
He was seeing ghosts, right?
You put it together.
Yeah,
put it together. Good job. There you go.
So, seeing ghosts, but
seeing the ghost.
I honestly think Sam is going to perform great in the Super Bowl. So right now, I would say going into the Super Bowl, I would rather have Sam Darnold's career because I think he is mentally at a level where he's going to be almost impossible to break. I think he's going to this Super Bowl and play out of his mind.
JB, would you rather have as your quarterback this Sunday Drake May or Sam Darnold?
With the you say it was the long road, and Rob alluded to it. He said he was seeing ghosts at one point, and he didn't got through all of that and around all of that, and now this is where he is. He has landed at the pinnacle, ready to take a step forward. I would rather go into war with Sam Darnold because he has gone through all that adversity, because of how he has come forward with everything that has happened in his career. And by the way, he was drafted third overall, to answer your question from earlier. And so nothing against Drake May, because he's gonna have a stellar career. I think he will, and I like Mike Vrabel and everything he's doing in New England. And right after the championship games, I think y'all remember when I said it was gonna be New England was gonna win the Super Bowl, and that's because I didn't want Seattle to come in my house and win the Super Bowl. But I have since changed my tune. There's some other factors that factored into that I won't get into here on this show. But yeah, I would definitely rather go into this type of war of attrition with Sam Darnold over Drake May.
So you secretly fell in love with Jackson Smith and Jigba, and now you're a Seahawks fan. That's what you're telling me?
False.
Okay, no, I'm just trying to.
No,
I'm gonna find that reason why you switch it. I'm gonna find it before the show's over. Why you switched your pick?
I'm not gonna say it on the show because we don't talk political on the show.
There it is.
Yep. Message. Somewhere Keenan Ivory Wayans popped up in due time and told me what just happened. We're going to get to that and not being first ballot Hall of Fames as well. So we're going to discuss that in a nutshell as well. So we discussed the quarterback position, the running back position. It's been a mystery for the New England Patriots. It's been a mystery for both teams, we're being honest. The Seahawks all season, Chardonnay is the one that was leading the pack, even though Kenneth Walker was the starter. Now Chardonnay is out. Yes, I know it's Charbonnet, but we don't care about all that. And then all season, it's been Trevion Henderson leading the way. But in the playoffs, it's been Ramondre Stevenson. Kind of the roles have been reversed. Saying all of that, run game, who would you rather go with as a nucleus, not a person? Seattle and their offensive line, let's group that together. New England and their offensive line. Talk to me, Chef.
I'd say Seattle. Right now, they got some injuries on that New England side that's going to play a real part in how this game comes out. I actually I love that Seattle offensive line. They're big, they're nasty, they're physical, they get dirty in the trench, and they open up big holes for Charbonnet and Walker, anybody who's running out that backfield, and they protect Sam Darnold like nobody's business. So I like Seattle's offensive line better than New England's.
JB?
Seattle's O-line is better than New England's. Now, the wild card here is going to be one Mr. George Holani. That is Kenneth Walker's backup. It's not a whole lot of tape on George Holani. He was just called up from the practice squad. So I feel like he's going to be the wild card in this, in seeing how many touches and how big of a dose of Kenneth Babyface Walker we get at the beginning of this game will let you know how much they trust young Mr. George. So I would still, because Kenneth Walker runs hard. He runs complete, and he don't stop until he hear a whistle. He don't care if he on the ground. He go keep going until he hear the whistle and see a referee in front of him saying stop. So until you can physically stop that and stop him from doing things like that, I'm gonna stick with him. But yeah, that George Holani, we go see what he got. We go see what he got in the tank, because I don't know him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the running game that has been consistent all season. I'm gonna go New England on this one. I'm gonna try not to be unbiased. Now, mind you, I'll take a half step back, because Kenneth Walker these last 3 games has been running out of his mind.
Crazy.
Oh, it was 3 touchdowns against that first round, 2 touchdowns the following week. Now, but would you rather have a 2-headed monster in Henderson and Stevenson, or would you rather have Kenneth Walker? So it's going to come down to sustainability. We're hoping that Kenneth Walker can be the running back that we all wanted him to be when he got selected, early in these fantasy drafts, and always let all the fantasy owners down. But Kenneth Walker has shown up, shown out, showed his ass. Completely. But I got Henderson, I got Stevenson, because I believe that ball is going to be out of Drake May's hands and is going to be in the running game. I really believe that's where the play. I don't think they're going to make Drake May beat the Seahawks. I think the running game is going to be established early. I think the running game is going to be established often. And having the 2-headed dragon is going to be big time when it comes to the Patriots. Speaking of big time, we're talking about the wide receivers, because the number 1 wide receiver this season has been Jackson Smith-Njigba out of Seattle, who led the league in receiving yards. And on the flip side, Cooper Kupp has finally showed up to be the old Cooper Kupp. Again, talking about the playoffs, but he showed up where it matters. That's been the last couple of weeks here in the playoffs. Cooper Kupp, Jackson Smith-Njigba, and let's not forget the wild card that was traded for out of New Orleans, Rashid Shaheed, who's been running like he stole something every time he touches the ball. On the flip side, New England's wide receivers have been the on and off Stephon Diggs, the on and off Matt Collins, Douglas. I know I'm pretty much missing one somewhere around there. We don't know who the number 1 is going to be week to week. I know I'm missing somebody.
You're talking about Hollins and
I said Hollins, I said Diggs, I said Douglas. Keyshawn Booty.
Yeah.
There we go. Booty, who had a good game last not against Denver the week before that. but nobody's going to have a good game against Denver in that field. That weather was nasty.
Yeah.
Competent wide receivers, a bunch of number 2s and number 3s, and that's why the running game is going to be important. You tell me you know what, Mr. Marshall, because I'll wait for that punchline. But talk to me about the wide receivers. Who would you rather have? The 2s of Seattle, the 2 meaning actually 3 if you count Rashid Shaheed. So they just talk about the wide receivers. JB, you just popped up. I don't know if you heard me. Wide receivers, New England, Seattle. Talk to me about the wide receivers.
On one side, you got Mr. Booty, and you got Mr. Diggs. Diggs, you over there? Yeah, you got Mr. Diggs. On the other side, you got JSN, who is widely regarded as the best receiver in football.
Right.
And you got a somewhat resurgent Cooper Kupp in the playoffs. And then you got this enigma known as Rashid Shaheed, who's just returning kicks and doing all this Devin Hester type things. I would definitely take the 3 that Seattle have because of that first one that I said, JSN. Rashid Shaheed is a nice bonus, and I'm very upset at the Saints for trading them to Seattle, but he's on the tail end of that contract, so it's very possible that he will be signed somewhere else in this offseason. But yeah. I'm tired of seeing dude walk around barefoot too.
I don't know who's walking around barefoot. Who are we talking about?
He used to play for Buffalo.
Holland.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike Hollins. Yes.
Dude, something wrong with
he
him.
goes everywhere barefoot.
He ridiculous.
Yeah.
He is nuts.
Chef, talk to me about these wide receivers.
Again, I mean, it's hard. You can't go against what you have over there with Seattle. Smith and Jigba is just he's a nightmare to line up against. And Cooper Kupp hasn't been like explosive this offseason or this season period. We've had sightings of him here and there, but in big games, Cooper Kupp will show up, and this might be the game where he shows up again. He doesn't shun the bright lights. So, and then I mean, they get the Rashid Shaheed is just a game changer. Like kickoff, punt returns. You have to know where this dude's at. He is a nightmare to scheme for. So definitely would have to go with Seattle's wide receivers because that Smith and Jigba alone, it just makes it to where it's not even fair.
Just him by himself definitely can make some numbers. Really quickly, the tight end game. Hunter Henry on New England side. If we're being honest, I don't even know if Seattle even uses a tight end. We're talking about Arroyo. We're talking about
AJ Barner is Seattle's
that guy.
starter.
And Barner has over 500 yards receiving with 6 tutties. So he's no slouch.
I'm still going Hunter Henry though.
I mean, yeah. If you compare,
I'm still going Hunter.
You got to go with him because, I mean, Hunter Henry he's Hunter Henry. He's at 700 yards, 768 to be exact, and 7 tutties. So,
in other words, you're saying debate with your mammy.
So let's talk about the meat and potatoes, and it's going to be the defense.
Lord have mercy.
Seattle.
Don't get me started on that defense.
You hear me? Seattle is different.
Well, y'all never got started on that defense.
Exactly. Exactly. CMC said too. Don't get me started.
Yeah, that's definitely a. But the Patriots got the defense that they haven't really allowed much either. So with that being said, Chef, who do you want on the defensive side of the ball?
I love Vrabel. I think he's doing an incredible job. But right now, that Seattle defense, again, I say they nasty. They get in the trenches and they don't fold for nobody. They secondary crazy. I know they had an injury. I think it was to their safety earlier today, but he said he is definitely still playing. So I think McDonald had an interview where he was talking about it, and he said he's definitely playing rain, sleet, hail, whatever. He's playing. So,
I mean, would you not play? This is the Super Bowl.
Look,
I'm gonna run down some names for you, big fella. Marcus Lawrence,
bingo.
Byron Murphy, Leonard Williams, Ernest Jones,
Jesus Christ,
Devon Witherspoon, Josh Jobe, Julian Love, Kobe Bryant, Reek Woolen. All these people is on Seattle's defense.
I forgot Kobe Bryant was on that team.
All of these folks on that defense.
That defense is nasty, bro. I mean, super nasty.
Not taking nothing away from New England's defense, because they say defense wins championships, and we have seen it throughout these entire playoffs. The team with the better defense has gone on and put things in there. It's gonna be a dog fight. I just hope the electrical fields don't get to them and somebody scores some points. But if I'm being honest, I hope it ends in a 0-0 tie and they both lose. But
we all know that's not.
We'll have to win, and I think the Seattle defense go be a little bit better than the New England defense.
Now look, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. Seattle has 8 players. They have 8 players that have over 60 tackles.
That's ridiculous.
They have and one of them has over 120 tackles.
Where is the test? Somebody need to be tested for the PEDs and the steroids.
But same token, New England, their defense is no slouch. I know Spillane had some injury in the last game, but their defense is not they're not slouches. They have 7 players with over 65 tackles, but none over 100. So it should be quite interesting. Gonzalez, it's going to be real interesting what they do to scheme up and have Gonzalez to help kind of slow down that passing game.
Will you put him one-on-one against JSN all game?
You might have to. You might have to.
It'll be a problem.
You got to play the game of his life, but
if anybody can do it, Christian Gonzalez can do it.
Yeah, no, he's a dog. He's
a true dog.
There's no doubt about that. He is definitely a dog. And finally, the special teams, our favorite part of football.
Man, is this even a question? Do we even need to ask?
No. We'd rather have Jason Myers all day as the kicker.
Yeah,
and Rashid Shaheed as the kickoff. You know,
I'm just saying.
With all of that being said, we still got to predict a score. We got to predict a winner, and we got to predict. I even say an MVP.
Well,
Talk to me, JB.
I was about to say one of the quarterbacks, but I don't think the quarterback will be an MVP. I think Seattle wins. I think they'll win 24-17, and JSN will be the MVP because he will have 2 of the 3 touchdowns.
So I'm agreeing. Seattle for the win. Sam Darnold, MVP, because I'm going to go with the scores. It's going to be a tight one. I say it's going to be a tight one. I think it's going to come down to a field goal by Myers to win it, 24-21. But I think Sam Darnold goes out and he throws for 275 with 3 tutties and no interceptions. I think he's going to get sacked a lot. I'm not going to hold you. I think he's going to get sacked, but I don't think he's going to throw any interceptions. He's going to get close, but I don't think he'll throw an interception. I give him 275 yards with 3 touchdowns.
I'll meet both of y'all halfway. By that, I mean, I got Seattle winning 27-21. Them being down 21-20, and Kenneth Walker runs it in to exonerate the spirit
I
of.
was about to say the not giving the ball to beast mode.
I thought somebody said that Seattle should sign Marshawn Lynch to a one-day contract for the Super Bowl and give him the ball on the 1 yard line.
I really would not.
You're not a GP.
Knowing Marshawn, he'll run the other way, holding his crotch.
I love me some beast mode, but I would not risk it.
While he's live on Amazon. So, but that'll be Kenneth Walker's second touchdown of the game, which gives him the MVP. 27-21.
I see what you did there.
Seattle winning late and them stopping New England on downs because they need a touchdown, not a field goal. 27-21 Seattle. Kenneth Walker MVP. I do believe Jackson Smith-Njigba still gets 100 yards. He might even get a touchdown, or he might go to Cooper Kupp with 60 yards. But I think Darnold throws for less than 200.
Okay.
He doesn't lose the game for him, which is the biggest deal.
Yeah.
Less than 200 yards passing, 1 touchdown. I think Kenneth Walker does enough, 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
Probably breaks one, probably gets one at the goal line. 27-21, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker off the left tackle. He will get to the end zone coming off left tackle.
But I also believe that Drake May will fumble one while rushing, and he'll probably throw an interception.
What if he throws
no necessarily no fault of his own?
Wilson threw.
Yeah, not necessarily no fault of his own, but I just think the better team wins here, and Drake May does everything he can to get that team in the last second scoring, like literally brings them all the way down and just turn around downs around the 20-yard line, and that'll be the ball game.
He can bring here. I think he'll bring it all the way down and then get to the 1 yard line and throw an interception on the slant.
Now you're being difficult. Now you're being difficult.
Throw an interception on the slant.
Look, talk about deja vu.
So we got Billy Jokin, who's catching us live for the first time. He also has what he calls the Sea Chickens. But he got Seattle 4 trips of schedule, beat Rams 2 times. He got Seattle over New England. So we're going to keep that in mind. We're trying to make sure we don't miss anything.
Haven't they beat the Rams twice?
Seattle? Yeah, they beat them in the playoffs.
Oh, in the playoffs. Yeah.
Well, they beat them 1 in regular season, 1 in the playoffs. So, yeah, 2 out of 3. Just like the 49ers.
Just like the 49ers.
Yeah. So it's a thing. It's a thing.
And I can't deny it. It can't be denied.
It's a thing. Before we get off of football, Tom Brady said he does not have a dog in the fight, and I believe he's going with Seattle. He can't make a prediction because I believe the announcers can or whatever. But he is being ridiculed,
hammered
by his former teammates. We're not even talking about online. John Marshall got Seattle 2017. With Sam Darnold winning the MVP. That's the case. I believe Jason Myers will also kick the game-winning field goal, just assuming there. Is it wrong for a former athlete? I got to make sure I word this correctly. Because this is a 2-part question because of the situation the Patriots put themselves in. 2-part question. Is it wrong to turn your back on your former organization as a former player? And 2, do you think he's doing it so he can be a first ballot Hall of Famer?
So
I think that's the best way I can put it.
So first, I know many of his former teammates are irate about his comments. One particular is Vince Wilfork, and he was like, "Cut it out! Like, stop the BS! Like, you have a dog in the fight, and you can say who you really want to win the Super Bowl. Could it be, trying to be politically correct so he can kind of pat himself for the Super Bowl? I mean, excuse me, Hall of Fame? Yeah, possibly. He's probably still going to get in, like we had been discussing earlier this week. He won the Super Bowl after he left. So he got to Tampa, won the Super Bowl. So he
But does he get in first? Seeing what we just saw, because Belichick, I believe, is a first ballot Hall of Fame. Kraft, regardless of his off-field shenanigans, is a first ballot Hall of Famer, Hall of Fame owner. Obviously, he's riding on the coattails of the Belichick Brady train. And Brady, we believe, would have been or is a first ballot Hall of Fame, but now we're like, is he?
I mean, right now, we don't know because we don't know what they're doing in those rooms. He could be punished. They could make him wait, but if they do, I don't know what the repercussion will be behind that one because it's been seismic, the response since those decisions were made on Belichick and Kraft not being first ballot Hall of Famers. So if you penalize Tom Brady next year, who is arguably the greatest player in football history by many, that's not going to go over well.
I just thought it was crazy because I believe nobody suspected that their past will catch up to them in this regard. Obviously, the money, the fines, the loss of draft picks. We thought all of this was said and done. They were, right. We've all moved on decades ago,
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden we believe they're getting punished. We can't speak for the writers, but is it not common sense, JB, that they're being punished for past transgressions?
They are being punished, and like the great Aaron Burr once said, no one else was in the room where it happened. Let me tell you something. We don't know what they're thinking about, but I do think that Brady will still indeed be a first ballot Hall of Famer because, like the chef said, he went on to Tampa the very next year and still won the Super Bowl without Belichick and everything else. What I do think he's doing, I don't think he's trying to distance himself from all the stuff that's going on with Belichick and Robert Kraft. He's been doing that since he left. I think when he left New England initially, that there was some bad blood that people were talking about but not talking about. So it was like the worst kept secret that he was on bad terms with the organization. So I feel like he's just still on bad terms with that organization because of the way he left. They didn't want him to leave, but they were trying to do a rebuild. He didn't want to go through a rebuild, but he still wanted to play football. So he left. They didn't like it. He didn't like the fact that they didn't like it, and that's what we at now. So it is what it is.
Didn't they put a statue in front of the stadium for him?
For Brady, yes.
For Thomas?
Okay.
So
they did that afterward to try to,
smooth it over.
Try to make up. And he was like, nah. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Never gonna be president now.
No, we absolutely get it. Maybe, just maybe, being part owner of the Raiders could be another reason why.
That could very well be a reason.
That could also be a reason.
But we've all seen former athletes. We all seen current athletes go on these talk shows and especially media week at the Super Bowl. They have their own opinions. Like every 49er that's been out there publicly, they're diehard 49ers. They've all said they don't want Seattle to win, the Super Bowl in their stadium. So I don't
even Richard Sherman.
Yeah, I don't see what the big deal is. I honestly don't. Brady is definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer, and I don't even hesitate to say that. If there's anything about the Patriots, without Brady, the Patriots will not be 6-time Super Bowl winners. So speaking of somebody who has beaten the Patriots in the Super Bowl, who has now been excluded out of 2 ballots, it is Eli Manning. Does Eli Manning even
Eli face.
get in?
At some point,
He gonna get in.
yeah, at some point he'll get in.
The reason I bring it up because eventually you're gonna have quarterbacks like Drew Brees,
Mm-hmm.
Phillip Rivers, Roethlisberger.
Yeah,
All these
Drew
guys
Brees-
retired after Eli Manning.
Drew Brees is on the ballot right now, right?
I think he's next year.
next year.
No, you sure? I thought he was on the ballot right now.
No, I think he's next year.
All right, I'll
Yeah,
statistician.
yeah.
Where's
I'm
our
gonna look.
statistician?
I'm gonna look real quick while the statistician out there slinging them vacuums.
But we all know that the NFL does not like to put in multiple players in a position at one time. And that's what hurt all these wide receivers going down the line. You know, because when there's a great wide receiver, it pushes the Michael Irvins, the Terrell Owens, these wide receivers who have been great, but they just weren't number one.
Yeah.
That being said, that's why I bring it up. Eli Manning, I believe will be punished by other quarterbacks that will get in before Eli Manning.
Drew Brees is eligible right now.
Yeah, Drew Brees
Drew
was on.
Larry
Drew
Fitzgerald.
Brees is
Frank
definitely
Gore.
getting in before Eli. I know that.
Yeah, Drew Brees is on there. For quarterbacks, it was that were notable. It was Drew Brees, Eli Manning, and Phillip Rivers, but he was made ineligible due to
Came out of retirement, so
coming
you
back
have
out of
another 5
retirement.
years.
And
Yeah,
wide
yeah,
receiver
yeah.
wise, you still got. That's where the biggest bottleneck is going to be at that wide receiver position. Because now you got Larry Fitzgerald, you got Torrey Holt, you got Steve Smith Sr., you got Hines Ward and Reggie Wayne. Were all
Hines
on
Ward
that.
has been waiting a
So you got
long
Larry Fitzgerald, Hines Ward, and Reggie Wayne. I can see them 3 going in before the rest of them.
Well,
Not-
Hines
not
Ward
Torrey
already
Holt.
been looked over a bunch of times.
I don't understand why Torrey Holt continues to get looked over. Torrey Holt was arguably the best wide receiver in the league for a nice time period during that greatest show on turf era.
Oh,
Like-
now Julian Edelman on there too for a
He's
first time.
not.
We know he's
But-
not going in, but I'm just saying he's on there.
He's not even worth mentioning in this
No.
category.
LaShawn McCoy, Greg Olson.
Jason Witten.
I don't think Shady McCoy is a Hall of Famer either. Greg Olson
No.
might get in.
I don't think he's
Shady, Shady not going in.
Greg
Will,
Olson might get in.
Luke Kuechly,
Kuechly would get in.
Terrell
Willie
Suggs.
and he should definitely be in first ballot. Willie Anderson. This is his first look, right? Willie Anderson.
Willie Anderson? No, Willie Anderson.
No.
Been,
Oh no, he's been out for a while. So
All
yeah,
right.
Willie
why is
Anderson.
he
Been,
not in the hall?
yeah, he's been.
Terrell Suggs been getting passed over. Adam Vinatieri been getting passed over.
Vinatieri is another one that should have been in the hall by now.
Marshall Yanda.
That's out of Baltimore. Yeah,
Nah,
he's going to be there for a while. I can guarantee you
He
that.
won't get in.
Why they got Darren Woodson name on here?
Who?
Darren Woodson,
That's the dude in. Is that no? That's not the dude in
number
jail.
42.
Mhm.
Oh,
Is that the dude in jail?
yeah.
That's what I thought. His name ain't got no.
Mr. Bill Cosby.
His name right on up of there.
Come on now. What you, why
That's the big part.
name
I'm
on
like,
here?
is that who I think it is?
I just
Name
think
on
it's
here?
interesting. We should actually find out tonight. Now I think about it, who the MVP is, who is the Offensive Player of the Year, who's the Rookie of the Year, who's going to
That's
make the Hall of Fame. That is tonight. Is the
Oh, yeah.
national honors.
Yeah, the honors
We did it on Fridays.
broadcast. I
They said
thought
it
it was
was
tomorrow.
Thursday.
Is it Thursday? Hold on.
I thought it was Thursday.
I feel like it was Friday last year.
I don't know. I don't have my statistician.
Statistic,
Hold
boy.
We
I
got
tell you what, you better be selling some
I
fire
thought it was
vacuum
tonight because then everybody goes to.
it is. It's tonight.
tonight.
Yes,
Yep.
Thursdays. Yeah,
Thursday.
You know, when you don't
Yeah.
know, you
it's
ask.
always on Thursdays. Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
it was.
we'll be on tonight.
We will find out tonight who's making the
on
Hall of
NFL
Fame.
Network.
All we
Peacock.
know who didn't make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Which kind of messed up. They released those names. But-
God damn.
We'll find out tonight who is making the final question before we move on from football and move on to the trade deadline in the NBA. Your MVP. I believe there was 5 finalists with McCaffrey being one of the finalists. I wasn't expecting that one. Who is your MVP of 2025, Chef?
Drake May. I'm going with Drake May.
Oh, okay.
They coming after him. To me, it was between him and Stafford. I think he had a better postseason. I'm going with
Postseason don't count. Postseason doesn't count.
Oh, yeah, and that's true. Postseason doesn't count. But I'm still going with Drake May.
To end the season off, I think Matthew Stafford took a step or two back the way he ended the season, and that's why Drake May caught him.
It looked like it looked like
that Atlanta game. That Atlanta game definitely hurt Stafford for sure. I do agree with that. So he was running away with it until he played Atlanta, which is weird. It was a weird game. They still won, but it was a weird game. I still got Stafford only because of the touchdowns and the passing yards, but the turnovers finally caught up to Stafford. But Drake May is second, no doubt. Drake May will be second, and it will not be unanimous. So I'll give Drake May that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Talking about what's not going to happen, the stories out of the NBA trade deadline was more about what didn't happen outside of what actually did happen. Giannis finally said it right. I've been practicing all week.
My man.
And
Ja.
See, now I can't say Ja. See, y'all messing me up with these
You just said it, though. You just said it.
I know that I had a pause, though, because I can always say Ja, but I couldn't say Giannis. These letters.
He's back.
You see that? Messed him up.
He's back.
Put him in the blender.
I wasn't all week. I didn't practice these two together. You know what I'm saying? So neither was traded, and the Warriors turned around and made a trade for Kristaps Porzingis, which was a head scratcher. Getting rid of Jonathan Kuminga and Buddy Hield, two young, unintended Warriors, for a old yeller who has the size and I don't know. Kristaps, he showed up in the playoffs for Boston a couple years ago, so I'll give him that much. But just was confused about that trade. Talk to me about the trade deadline. Talk to me about who won the trade deadline. Talk to me, did Milwaukee do the right thing and not trading Giannis?
Well, I'll tell you what, Milwaukee, they were dreaming. They were literally dreaming because what they were asking for, you had to be insane to give that away right now. You can wait until the offseason and negotiate something to where it will be manageable. So it was basically a foregone conclusion that he was not going to be traded. Miami tried their hardest. Minnesota, they were fighting really hard to try to get Giannis, but the team that he wanted to go after him, there was no need. Like the Knicks did exactly what they should have did. Shut up and keep your team together right now. Because
they did get Jose Alvarado.
Huh?
They did get Jose Alvarado.
And I like that pick. I like that for them because that's a nice, solid pickup to back up Brunson. So
they had McBride did a great job. The white boy Kulik or whatever, he did a fine job.
Yeah.
They had. Sorry, I don't mean to talk about the Knicks, but the Knicks needed somebody in the middle to back up OG and Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, and
they're burning those two guys out,
wearing them down. They wearing them out like
they didn't need a point guard. Alvarado came back home. It's going to be a nice story.
It's going to be
a bit far in the playoffs, probably losing the conference championship yet again.
Right,
but they need another point guard.
We'll see. I think they build off of what they had last year. I think the Knicks might make a run for it. Right now, I think the winners in the trade deadline might be Utah.
Surprisingly, right? Weird. They really
Utah put together something pretty crazy.
We thought they were sellers.
I did too.
Go ahead, JB.
I'm trying to figure out what's happening in the Capitol. What's happening with Harry Potter and them? Because they out there grabbing up some folks. They didn't got Trey. They didn't got Mr. Glass and D'Angelo Russell. I'm like, what's happening with the Wizards?
Hey man, only God
they cut D'Angelo yesterday.
That was funny. And these teams that's trading for players and then just cutting them, like Utah traded for Lonzo and was like, don't worry about it.
Keep it
well, they weren't. It was so. One thing that comes with the trade deadline is the tax cutoff as well.
Right.
Those teams that are above the tax, then they got to pay an extra whatever it is plus a fine. So that's why they trade for these contracts and cut them. So the guarantee money is done. That's why D'Angelo, Lonzo Ball, Tucker, Ball, CP3, you know.
And that's why the Pelicans traded Jose Alvarado. I mean, they got under the luxury tax or whatever it was. They got cash for him and 2 second-round picks, which is crazy.
How the hell are the Pelicans?
I don't know the player.
Who they paying? Is it all Zion?
It's Zion's money, I guess.
Basically, Zion and Trey Murphy. Zion, Trey Murphy, and
Trey Murphy went off the other night.
Herb Jones,
44 points.
Herber's got
he went crazy.
Herb's money ain't that low.
And then
I got the wrong Pelican on my team because Sadiq Bey is just not doing it for me.
Well, he was playing pretty good.
Yeah, he gets his 20. He gets his 20 and 5 and 5. Right? You know, he's there. I'm already like pretty much eliminated without being eliminated, so I'm like not really caring as much. You know, I just try to play for reputation purposes.
Reputation purposes.
You know, I'm not an easy win, but you're gonna win.
I tried to play that one time and it was just ridiculous. I had all type. I had Kobe, Kevin Garnett, Shaq. I had all kind of players on my team, and just it was no. I'm not about to go on here every day and be looking.
Still, yeah, you got. I set my team a couple of days in advance.
You have to do that because if not,
but they be playing like every other day or every day. Sometimes you can't.
No, it's every day.
A couple days in advance.
Yeah, it's every day as long as you.
And then now it's really bad because you got players who low management. I don't play back to backs.
I love it. Hey, before it gets too long, I got to jump off here, so I'm gonna give you these wonderful facts real quick before I can go ahead and get up out of here. But
braise a gazelle.
So hey, look, don't judge me, man. I gotta make sure they are tender. Tenderisms. So look, so speaking of the Super Bowl, there's been a Super Bowl recently in which a Hall of Fame player already inducted into the Hall of Fame was on the roster for the Super Bowl. Who is that player and what Super Bowl was it?
I feel like that was a couple
70s Pittsburgh Steelers kind of a question.
I feel like that was a couple of years ago with Jerry Rice for some reason.
No. Rice kept playing and doing 1-year contracts, and no, it's not right.
It ain't right though. Let me know when y'all want me to go ahead and.
Who was it? I didn't take my guess.
Yeah, so, I had the 70s Steelers, probably like Franco Harris or something.
It was Super Bowl 51,
playing
with the Atlanta Falcons, and it was the incredible Dwight Freeney was on the roster for the Falcons in that Super Bowl.
Wow.
Huh. Now 28-3?
Yeah. 28-3.
Yeah.
I love you brought 28-3 into this. And look, it's Super Bowl. You got it. 28-3 will live forever in the Super Bowl.
And since you mentioned 3 earlier, and you just mentioned 3 again, Jim, MJ was one of 2 UNC players to be drafted in the NBA draft at the 3 spot. Who is the second player?
I want to say Stackhouse and Worthy.
It's only one of them. It's only one more.
Oh, Worthy.
What about you, Jim?
Antoine Jameson.
You had it the first time, Amir.
Oh, Stackhouse?
It's Jerry Stackhouse. Jerry Stackhouse and Jordan both were drafted 3rd in the NBA draft.
Yeah, say a name that's off the wall that too many people don't even remember.
That wasn't a bad guess though, because I mean we all remember how cold he was coming out of college. So he could have been third. So those are my little random facts, and I have to attribute that to Sneaky Himbo because he pulled that one out of the hat.
He be in the hat.
He blew my mind with that one. So
show.
I'm out, gentlemen. Love y'all. Hey, It's been a pleasure. Hey, rest in peace, Lamont Sanford, Damon Wilson, Army veteran. Hey, appreciate you. Look, for the laughs and the many years of just good, wholesome fun.
Rest in peace, big dummy.
Paved the way, you big dummy.
You big
R.I.P.
All right, gentlemen. Y'all stay up. Love y'all, man.
Love y'all, bro. Love you. We're still on the show. We're still live. This is the All Sports Matters podcast. We're wrapping up here as the Super Bowl wraps up. We're going to catch the NFL honors. We got a couple of glimpses. We don't know. We haven't confirmed it yet. But AI says it's Stafford as the MVP.
JSN as the
offensive player of the year, which he had an amazing year.
Then they had McCaffrey as the comeback player and Mike Vrabel as the coach of the year.
I wouldn't. That's probably AI. I don't.
Yeah,
I think the Seattle guy, Mike McDonald, should be coach of the year. That's me. But what do I know? And it's not a knock on Vrabel. I just think that schedule is a little bit easier than.
I still think it should be Shanahan for coach of the year. He had to deal with all that them injuries and stuff, and for them to still at the end of the season,
Liam Cohen and Jacksonville went through the same thing, kind of. They lost a lot of wide receiver. Brian Thomas missed a lot of time. Hunter missed pretty much the whole season. Jacksonville went through it, and they still had a 13-4 year.
But in San Francisco, you down the best linebacker in football. You down baby Trump Bosa. You down George Kittle.
Bosa's always hurt.
You without your quarterback for 8 weeks, and that's still found a way to.
I believe Mac Jones is going to want a raise to get up out of there.
Oh yeah, they Minnesota already calling. Minnesota was on the phone as soon as the season ended. Hey,
yeah, because it's definitely not 9, whatever the nickname is of JJ McCarthy.
Hey, what you need for him? And they told him straight up. So in order for you to get him, we'll give you him in a 2nd round pick for Justin Jefferson. And they like, well, we want him to go with Justin Jefferson. Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You still got Jordan Addison.
Real briefly, last Saturday we had the demise of Teofimo Lopez by the young, talented Floyd Mayweather Jr. Shakur Stevenson, who demolished Teofimo Lopez. The kid from Brick City, my hometown, Newark, New Jersey.
That was
just showed Javante Davis, who was talking all that smack, was probably behind bars again. A 2nd warrant was issued for his arrest just a couple of days ago. That you don't want none. But with that being said, we don't want no more. We just want some Bad Bunny. 15 minutes of fame comes Sunday. Grammy winner, by the way. And we're going to see if the Super Bowl is at least entertaining. That's all we really want. As a fan of football, we really just want an entertaining football game. And see if our predictions come correct. JB, you got anything else?
I was about to show this picture of the dude losing his hair during the fight, but that
yikes. Yikes. I was watching it live and I'm like, did I just see that?
I thought you was gonna talk for a little bit longer. I was gonna pop that up while you was in the middle of talking. The Royal Rumble did just happen. Roman Reigns won on the men's side, Liv Morgan won on the women's side.
It was more of save WWE, if anything, because they're dying. WWE is definitely a dying brand.
They had so many other people that should have been in Royal Rumble, and they chose 2 El Grande Americanos. I can understand the AAA guys because you're trying to really boost that brand up, so I can understand them. But come on, man,
UFC as well had back-to-back PLEs and not pay-per-views anymore on Paramount. Two successful PLEs, by the way.
Yeah.
If we don't have Paramount, now is the time to do so.
Have time to get it.
UFC, they're in the money. They're boosting that brand. If you are a UFC fan, UFC fan, yeah, I said it right. I said USC for some reason.
You
Now is the time. Yeah, say Sam Darnold is coming out of USC, and usually USC quarterbacks don't get that far. So,
hey,
not even with the most talented one was what Carson Palmer. He didn't make a Super Bowl.
He didn't make it.
Matt Leinart, I think, was a backup in the Super Bowl. Matt Leinart was backup to Kurt. No. Yeah, I think it was backup to Kurt Warner, wasn't he?
Yep. And
that Super Bowl when they lost to Pittsburgh. But USC quarterbacks usually don't do as well. Butt fumble Sanchez didn't make a Super Bowl.
Now he got fired for getting arrested. Stupid.
Oh man, that
hate it too, man. I hated listening to that dude commentate on games, man. He was terrible.
His broadcast career is over.
Horrible. The only Trojan to win the Super Bowl is Reggie Bush. Anybody else won?
Well, I was talking. No, there's been a ton of USC players doing Super Bowl. I was talking about quarterbacks.
Big name though. What I'm saying.
Oh, you had.
I know it's been a ton of.
You had a couple wide receivers that's been in there, but no, I would just talking about quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, USC quarterbacks usually don't fare as well in the
NFL. For a time, there was USC is quarterback university.
They were talented. They were pushing them out. They were
pushing them out, but they get to the thing and do nothing.
Yeah, they just didn't get far at all.
Doing the same thing Florida quarterbacks are doing. Danny Warfel,
Rex Grossman. Grossman made it to the Super Bowl though.
Rex Grossman did make it to the Super Bowl. Yeah,
he was the when Jay Cutler got hurt, he was the quarterback for the Bears in that Super Bowl.
So man,
Devin Hester took it to the house, first play of the game. We thought it was over. And you know what? I won't be surprised if Rashid Shaheed does the same thing.
Hey, let me tell you something. If anybody is capable of doing that, is Shaheed. And I'm like, well,
that's definitely interesting. I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl. I just want a competitive game. We don't need the blowouts that Philadelphia put on Kansas City or Seattle did to Denver, a few years back. We want a competitive game. We want to be able to keep in tune until to the fourth quarter.
Give the people a reason to eat the wings and keep watching the commercials,
Of course. But we are done here on the All Sports Matters podcast. Join us next week as we tell you who won and why. And we discuss the second half of the NBA season as it goes on to the All-Star break, which is next week, by the way. And we will discuss why LeBron James did not deserve to be in that All-Star game. We'll talk about it tonight, but we're out of time. JB, take us out.
Hey, man, like we always say, some people like football, basketball, and baseball, while others like hockey, soccer, and NASCAR. But right here, all sports matter.
Peace.